Welcome to the AtEdge interview series. I'm your host, Nikki, and today we're going to talk to Ransom Mitchell one last time. This is the final part of the interview. We're going to learn the number one tip for getting gallery shows, which is super useful for all you aspiring artists out there, especially photographic artists. So stay tuned, and if you want to watch the rest of this interview, you can check out the link below. It links you right to our blog where the whole interview is on there. So finally, what is one important piece of advice you would like to share with aspiring photographers / digital artists? Because I know you guys are kind of both.
Yeah, well, and yeah.
It might be different advice too.
Well, I think it's actually the advice always is to push yourself to do more, to push yourself to really go out there, and you are always rewarded for going farther, developing more, doing, something that's not quite safe. Don't be crazy, don't break yourself. Don't push yourself so far that it's like you can't possibly do it, but you're never rewarded for doing the thing that you've already done. So what more can you do? How can you push yourself further? What can you make more out of that?
Right. Just don't self-edit. Because when you say safe, you don't mean like jump off buildings. You mean like be emotionally challenge yourself.
Sure.
So I feel like a lot of times in life, humans, we hold ourselves back. We're just afraid. What will people say? What will people think? And then we never do the thing that we really want to do. And if you never do the thing you really want to do, then you don't know where you could potentially go or the happiness you could find, So I feel like we're the case study for what the hell, just do it. And it's been good. We're really grateful and happy that we've done what we've done.
Yeah.
And gone where we've gone.
Leaps and bounds. Whenever we've really have followed what we want to do, we felt like we've always grown in leaps and bounds.
Right. Fine art wise, when I say this to a lot of people too, that a lot of people want to create art, but they don't know, how do I get into gallery shows? How do I do that? The easiest thing, honestly, is start going to gallery openings and befriend the gallerists, the people who own the gallery, understand what it is what they like, find the gallery that shows the kind of work you like, befriend the other artists that also show at those galleries, and then just be bold and say, hey, I'd love to be in a group show. Would you consider showing me? And so then it's just one piece. It's one piece and amongst many. And then one group show will turn to the next group show. And then before you know it, there's a solo show.
You rise up on your, and much like that's why I think it's important to have communities that, even AtEdge is part of that community. It's always nice to go to like the face-to-face events and interact with the other photographers, because there's a lot of time to sit there and say, hey, how are you doing? And it's a bit of that community that goes on, that's what helps raise everybody. And it really, that's another.
It's networking, really. And in all areas, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, you still have to reach out and have community. It's all about putting yourself out there and making connections. It's not necessarily like.
Yeah. And so, who in your community, being part of that community, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on our first ever interview.
Oh yeah, I think we're honored. Thank you.
Yeah,
very much.
First ones.
Thank you for watching the AtEdge channel. I'm Elizabeth Owen, president of AtEdge. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And you can check us out on social by following the links in the description. See you next time.